Hello my lovely viewers, welcome back. This is Twisted True Crime. This is actually a follow-up story that I did last week concerning a lady that was used for ritual, which was involved in a chain of ritualists from the first person through to white garment prophets to the last man standing, who is Aziz, who was at large before, but thanks to the Nigerian police has been apprehended by the police. So this is actually a follow-up story to cover what really conspired within that time and how they did their modus operandi on how they get these girls for their ritual. Abidemi Moses was the first man which these two boys from Port Harcourt contacted in order to do this Oshelemoni ritual, who then transferred the request through 4 people and finally got to the main plug, who is Aziz, who is the main plug. So Moses has a wife who is called Mariam, and Mariam has been apprehended by the police because they feel that she's a conspiracy to whatever has happened, conspiracy to murder and conspiracy to cover up the evil dealings that her husband has been doing. According to Mariam, from her side of the story, she said that on the 14th of December 2023 at night she heard a young lady crying in their house that, please don't kill me, I beg of you, please don't kill me. She thought of it and also felt nothing of it because she thought that probably it was just something that was going on around. Probably his husband was just messing around or something. So she just slept off. She didn't really think too much of it. So the next morning she asked her husband that, I heard a lady crying in her house. What is going on? And the husband said that she should keep quiet. Whatever she sees or hears, she should just keep quiet. She should go to a part of their house, which I would call a slaughterhouse. It's inside their house, that she should go and clean up blood. So the Miriam now responded to the husband and went to clean his blood. But she didn't really think nothing of it. I can't really say if she didn't think nothing of it or not, because as a normal human being, you heard a lady screaming at night. Your husband wasn't by your side. You were lying down in bed with only your child, and you heard a lady screaming at night, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. The next day you ask your husband tells you to keep quiet and go and clean a blood at a place in your compound. I think that should give you a question mark concerning whatever your husband is dealing with. So Miriam, in her own defense, is trying to say that she didn't know what her husband has been doing for this year. But I also feel that it doesn't make sense, because you have a child with a husband. The identity of the child isn't yet known, being it a boy or a girl. We don't know for sure now. So you've been with this man. Obviously, if you have a child, I mean, you've been with this man for a longer time, and you're trying to see that you don't know what your husband did. Well, let's fast forward back to the story. So Miriam cleaned this blood and she went and did her daily life. It will seem that this is the last time Miriam will be cleaning blood, but I bet you that wasn't the case. So it kept on going. Miriam kept cleaning blood, and she also kept quiet. She kept her mouth mute. She didn't say anything. She didn't question the husband, because already when she questioned the husband the first time, the husband said she should keep quiet. Whatever she hears or sees, she should just keep it to herself. So, and she knows the kind of a husband she's with, so I kind of felt like she was scared, and she didn't want her husband to get angry with her or something. So she kept on with cleaning of the blood. So the very stroke that broke the camel's back was when she came back from market. Around January 15, 2024, her husband called her in to the very place where the slaughter was going on. And this time, the husband needed somebody to hold the particular victim's hand in order for them to, slit parts of the body. So the husband called her and she quickly rushed in. She thought probably it was her duty to come and clean the blood. So when she came this time, she saw her husband holding a lady, which they stranded and tied down and everything. And the husband asked her to partake in the killing by holding the lady's leg in order for them to be able to slit her throat and cut the parts of her body. At the point, she felt uncomfortable. She didn't want to do it because she felt it wasn't right. But then again, she sat down and thought that if she didn't do this, the husband may vent his anger on her, and probably because you've seen it, so you are an accomplice, either you like it or not, because from the previous time you've been cleaning blood. So then she accepted and held the lady's leg while they mutilated this victim. So that day, after cleaning the blood, she felt uncomfortable. She went to bed. She was thinking about this issue for so many times. Then she told a friend that this is what has happened, and the friend advised her to leave the house. She should just take her child and flee that house, because if she's seen something like this, Who knows? It may be a matter of time before, if his husband doesn't get the victim, they might decide to use her or even her child. So she did as a friend asked, and she left the house. So when she left and went to her parents' place for some few weeks before she decided that, okay, let me come back and pack my things, and this time finally I'm leaving him. So on her way back to the house, then she found out that the husband has been arrested. Then it's unclear if she surrendered herself to the police or the police actually traced and arrested her. Luckily for the Nigerian police, they've been able to do their investigation in order to track down Aziz, the main plug, the guy who does the bringing of women for them to be slaughtered. He has been tracked down and he has been caught. So they asked him his side of the story on how he gets this lady. Before, when this story, I heard it and I did the first video, I thought that this Aziz guy was some hoodlum, But looking at this video and looking at this picture now, you can see that Aziz is a good looking guy. And many girls would like to, be around guys like this. They asked him how he gets his victims and how he selects them and everything. Then he said that he usually goes to a secluded pub where people don't know him. Then he speaks to one of these girls that are into this job, these hookup things. He speaks to them. Then when they come to a consensus, he brings them home. After making love, then he will take them from his house to Moses' house, where they will get slaughtered and their body parts will be used for whatever they need to do, the rituals and everything. If that doesn't work, he also goes online to these dating apps like Meet You, Tango and all of that, where these ladies put themselves out, that they want one night stand and they want sex for money and all of that. So he randomly chooses his victims, speaks to them. When they come to a consensus on how much they are going to charge, then he will gladly let them come and visit him. After having the good time together, then he would drag them from his home to Moses' home, where they will be mutilated and used for this money ritual. It turns out that this isn't the first time he's been doing that for years, so he's kind of like knows the tricks around them. So these are the pictures of the ladies that he's been using for this money ritual. These are the pictures that the police was able to find on the phone when they caught him. These are, but from his confession, he has deleted many. So when he gets his victims through these online apps and stuff, then he'll drag them to Moses' place where they'll be mutilated. He does that he's been doing that. What I don't understand is, you meet girls online. So how did Adijat become your victim? Because Adijat was a girl who wasn't online. She had a life for herself. She was a security guard at a church, meaning she had her own thing going on. So why did Moses choose this girl? What was the reason? What is the reason that Aziz chose this girl? What was the main reason? I just don't understand. I just don't fathom. I guess she was a victim of circumstance, and probably at that time Aziz didn't have anybody around, any girl around that he could easily just bring for them to use to do this Oshelemon ritual. So he just had to use Adijat for it. I feel so bad for Adijat's family, but I'm glad that Moses and his culprits have been caught. At least it has given Adijat and most of these girls' families, some closure that finally the victims has been apprehended. I also feel bad for Miriam, the wife of Moses. I feel bad for her because should I feel bad? Because I feel that you've been with this man for a longer period of time. You understand? You've been together. You have a child together. So you can't tell me that you don't know the work your husband does. And it's funny that these ritualists, they are not, I wonder, they keep preaching to people that will do money ritual for you, and they themselves are not rich. So I just don't understand why people still fall, people still go, people commit, do what? People do strange and wicked things just to get money. While these people you go to are not even rich. If they were living in their 10 bedrooms apartment, they had these fleets of cars and everything, okay, it makes sense. But looking at this as this guy, he's just a normal hoodlum with his good looks, just trying to convince people, girls and all of that, just to use them for this ritual thing. I don't get it. So Miriam's own cases, I hope that she will be jailed. But I just feel sorry for the child, because who knows where the child would end. Who knows, probably the child will be with Miriam's parents or Moses' parents, but the child will be a ridicule, because growing up people would ridicule this child, that your parents, both your mother and your father, they are wicked people, they are ritualists and all of that. I just feel sad for the child, but for the parents, I don't feel an outer of pain or whatever for them. I feel they deserve what they got, because the lady crying in your house and there was blood, I believe that you should have at least reported to the police so that they will take it from there. At that time, if she had done that, I'm feeling that she would be safe. At least she would be a bit safe. But now she's put herself in the same boat with all of these people. So let me know what you think about the story and how the Nigerian police has been able to, do their job with due diligence. Here's Twisted True Crime. See you next time. Bye.